Oh, hey, it's been a minute. I figured it was time. Okay. The last time I did an episode of the Jake Ellenbogen Show, which is unfiltered and uncensored and all that, I wasn't living here. So if you're new here, welcome back, or welcome. The last time I posted a episode 17, I applied for my first apartment and played my first round of golf. I've since played like 12 rounds of golf, and I am living in my apartment now. So the same apartment that I applied for, dropped that episode February 29th. Also, this was just audio only. So I am happy to announce that if you did like this show, it is coming back. And it is not just going to be audio, but it's also going to have video, okay? Yeah, I mean, I really don't, at this point, it doesn't make any sense not to do video. I have a really nice camera. I also got a new camera. So, yeah. But I wanted to, this episode won't be super long. It's just kind of a, hey, I'm back. But I wanted to touch on some things that were kind of, on my mind and, just, I don't know. I mean, I'm on social media a lot for my job because my career is this, everything, content. And, I think it's gotten to the point where I'll see something and I really want to say something and I can't. Because it's like I'm covering the Rams or the Yankees. And now, like, this is the show where I'm going to just sound off. Like I said, I'm going to stick to kind of, everyday shit, not really talk too much. I mean, I really don't want to talk about politics on here. I'm not trying to divide people. Just give my thoughts and my opinions on things. And obviously, some might be a little controversial at times, but, it is what it is. I do want to touch on the fact, first off, let's start off by saying this. I want to touch on how, utterly atrocious, hateful, and, just straight brain rot, okay, when it comes to social media nowadays. Now, I'm not saying they're all like that, but some of the content, man, is just so fucking bad. It's so bad. I am one of those people, I totally, hear you, okay? Hey, you want to be a content creator? I have people approach me all the time, hey, how do you do what you do? How do I do what you do? How can I be that? Well, I'm not necessarily big enough to say that, I should be your idol or anything like that. But anyone that asks me for advice, my DMs are always open. I'm always down to, help because I made the mistakes and, I learned from them and all of that, seemingly just trying, experimenting, all of that. And I've learned the YouTube algorithm. And now I just since started a Yankees channel, which I don't even know if I had started by the time that I dropped the 17th episode. This is the 18th episode of the Jake Ellenbogen Show. I don't think I had even started yet, but I'm doing it with Gary Sheffield Jr., who's a really good friend of mine, great guy, but even more just a great content creator, great professional, somebody that I love working with. And we're seeing a lot of growth, and I think a lot of that has contributed to just how I've learned how to grow on YouTube, and he's learned, and just the things that we've combined and everything. But I do want to touch back on the social media aspect of it. Because when I talk about content, I mean putting your best foot forward, putting it out there. I mean, just set the damn bar. People are always like, oh, well, I need it to be perfect. And I don't know. It does not matter. You have to get something out there. Just hit, record. But here's the deal. There's content and then there's straight brain rot. And there's a lot of that on social media. What I mean by that is that the other day, I'm on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't really care. I mean, the shit is just getting worse. I'm on Twitter and I see the most disturbing video. Someone gets hit by a car. I've been hit by a car. So I'm not going to say I took it personally. I'm not going to say I got offended. But I was disgusted, and then I got pretty offended. Not me personally, but just in general. This man was hit by a car that was going 150 miles an hour, and he basically exploded. And I'm wondering why the fuck that's allowed on a platform like that. Like, are there no more community guidelines? I mean, are we serious? Is that really what it's come down to with Elon Musk? He just doesn't give a shit. It's awful. And of course, that person that posted it didn't make the content, not saying that I wish they did. But this is the state of social media and content nowadays, okay? I post original content. My co-hosts post original content. Plenty of people post original content. But then there are people that are like content aggregators, which we don't fucking need. I'm sorry, I don't need you to copy and paste a video when you could just retweet the video. No, you need it for clout. You need it because you want Elon Musk to give you a bunch of money at the end of the month, which, by the way, isn't much. I got paid $18. I don't know what the fuck the payout structure is, but it ain't good. Anyway, my point. Why am I seeing snuff films on fucking social media? What in the actual fuck is wrong with today's society? The fact that we would post that and then you have people joking about it, openly joking about it in the comments section. I mean, really, what the hell? It's disgusting. You have people commenting, is he alive? Because, I mean, I wouldn't even say anything. I mean, I think I did say something. I think I did say this is disgusting, whatever. But, you know, people are commenting genuinely curious, like, is he alive? Is this okay to post? Like, what the fuck? And the person that posted it is just like laughing. They're like, I don't know. What do you think? Would you be alive? Or, yeah, he'll be landing next week. Like, what in the fuck, man? You know, it just bothers me because there's so much of that, and they hide behind their little fucking avatars, whatever it is. Probably a Photoshop picture of a famous basketball player with shades on or hoodie on. And I think it was something that had to do with the Bucks, so it was probably Giannis Antetokounmpo. But it's so annoying, dude, because there's no accountability. To me, there should be accountability, especially from the platform. You should not be able to post that. That's disgusting. And since Elon has made it so Twitter now doesn't show likes, I've noticed the actual level of brain rot content has just increased and increased and increased to the point where you can't get away from it. It's it's Hawk Tua girl, who, by the way, I have no issue with her. Good for her. She's making her bag and everything, taking advantage of a moment where she became an internet sensation overnight. It's kind of weird how obsessed people are with her and obsessed with that video. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I mean, she had the nice Southern accent and everything, but it just kind of shows the state of content right now, the state of social media, and why it's like I've been trying to kind of stay away from it as much as I can. Even though I do have to promote my stuff and all that, I do not like social media right now. I don't like the state it's in. I don't like really content right now, aside from the content I'm looking for. I just don't like straight brain rot content. I don't like how essentially TikTok made it so, I mean, I always make this comparison. TikTok was Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, if you got in early on, you're rich now. If you got in on TikTok early on, and I'm not trying to take away anything from anybody, but the reality is, if you got in on TikTok when it first dropped in the United States, and you just put out whatever, dancing videos, whatever, you're probably at 5 million. If you did it the right way, you're probably at 5 million followers. Okay? That, I guess, is my issue, because so many of those people, and like good for them, they leveraged it into revenue and all of that. But now they've set the trend where it's just, 1 second soundbite, shock value, all of that. And to me, it's just disgusting. how, we've gotten to this point. But I mean, I guess that's just the way it is. Now, I don't think that these people shouldn't be allowed to post their brain rot content. But I mean, straight people dying, that's when I draw the line. I'm like, no, that shouldn't be allowed to be posted. It's just something that bothered me. Another thing that bothered me, that has been bothering me is, being on, again, always roots back to social media. You ever swipe through your Instagram feed and, first two things that come up are like people that you follow, content, and then the next thing is an ad, and it's like every two things that you'd be interested in, there's an ad in between them, and it's the most like shit ad possible. It's always those fucking ads where they like act like they're popular people and they have this like fake podcast interview. They're so bad. And then there's also ads on like shitty products. You got to be careful. I mean, I post golf content every now and then. Like I'll post me at the golf course. I'll have stories on that. I'll have a video of a shot that I had at the golf course. And I'm not like a golfer like content guy, right? But the algorithm can clearly see that I'm into golf. So I get a bunch of golf ads. I get golf ads that are so bad. I got one once where it was like used golf balls. And every single shot they showed or every single putt they showed, it was like pathetic. They like would miss and it would just hook. And I'm like, do I really want that used golf ball? Do I really want to buy that? No, I definitely don't want that. Another thing, AI. Everything is AI nowadays. Everything. It is so obnoxious. I am so sick of it. AI this, AI this. AI is the problem. See, society has issues. You don't think AI is going to expedite those issues? Like, come on. So you have, we already did an episode 2 episodes ago, back in February, how I got doxxed, but also how an AI bot literally stole my fucking content. We have Al Michaels. Did you guys see that? Al Michaels, NBC, had AI like put together dialogue of Al Michaels for the Olympics. And people think it's cool. And I'm sitting here like, how is that cool? Al Michaels, yeah, okay, maybe he consented to it, but he didn't actually say those words. You're creating that. That's scary shit. And then the Josh Giddey thing. So Josh Giddey from the Thunder, who's had a lot of controversy, not going to get too much into that, but he got traded from the Thunder to the Bulls. And the first thing that, people start posting is this AI, like, doctored video at a presser where Josh Giddey was saying a bunch of like really heinous shit. He didn't say any of it, but the AI made it look like he did. Guys, AI is a fucking concern, okay? I understand people get all excited about the idea of making their lives easier because we as humans, we don't want to have to do everything the long way. When we could find a shortcut, we take that. And that's really all AI is. It's just a fucking shortcut. It's because like now all these people are like, I don't feel like editing videos myself, so now I have to use AI to do it. Which like fine, all the power to them. I've tried AI in the past. It sucks. I'm not a fan of it. I love the ones where it's like, yeah, the AI captions for your shorts. Yeah, you can't ever change those. Like it doesn't let you. And AI never gets that shit right. So it bothers me how we live in a world now where AI is so acceptable and so pushed. There needs to be regulation. I mean, I'm not normally one that's forcing for government regulation. I'm not a very big fan of the government, as you know. Not a government, our government in the United States. But with that being said, AI is a major problem. It's only going to get worse. We have deep fakes left and right. You got AI pornography now. You have girls like the Dadvocate, okay? She's been, posting, dad championing content, and defending men on her TikTok and Instagram. I've seen her every now and then come up on, my For You page. And she even said, like, not that long ago, her face was superimposed on another female, in this like porn video. And that's the problem with AI, is that anyone can use it. There's some really disgusting AI shit out there that I'm not even going to mention on the show because it gets just heinous. But this is the problem, okay? There's a lot of issues. I think the biggest issue that is underrated, that is not talked about anywhere near enough, and is almost becoming normalized and accepted in society, is artificial intelligence. Because it's the way it's been used, okay? And to assume everyone is going to be a goody two-shoes and use it the right way is not, you're not doing it right. You have AI scam calls now. People could take this video, they could take any of the videos I've made, and they could literally take AI, take my audio, and prank call my mom or my dad, scam calling them, letting them know, like, I got into an accident and I need money or something like that, okay? And that happens. That's a legit thing. So I don't like it. I really don't like it. And it's just something that's really bugged the shit out of me. Like, I hate AI. I hate the idea of, like, just for the trade-off of making things a little bit easier, for the trade-off of being a little bit more lazy, we're willing to compromise morals. We're willing to compromise our security. It's not right. And safety, too. And think about this, okay? So you're talking about just AI between you and I. But what about you have a kid? You don't know what some sick fuck is doing behind the scenes with your kid and what they're doing with their AI programs and shit. I mean, that shit is despicable, okay? So I understand not all of it is, harmful, but at the same time, all of AI is harmful. Because while it starts as this, it could end up being this. And I just, that's something that's really bothered me. So those are two things that have been really like on my mind, and I wanted to get it out there. And I wasn't going to just bring it up on a random Rams show or a Yankee show, but man, it's just pissing me off. So yeah, there's that. The last thing I'm going to touch on for people that are interested is my life. How am I doing? Mentally, I don't know if I've ever felt better. Moving out was huge. I lived with my folks pretty much, my whole life up until May 1st when I moved out. And I'm still pretty decently close by to them, so I see them quite a bit. I make sure to see my dog at least once a week. But it's just been so great. I have a really good roommate, and, I love my space. This studio is awesome. I love it. My bedroom is great. I have a giant ass walk-in closet, master bath. I got a walk-in shower. Just being, I almost said where I am. I'm not going to do that. But being close to a city that I want to be close to is kind of cool. There's stuff to do around here. Being across from like a brewery, even like indoor golf, when that time comes. Just being around all these golf courses. I'm around so many. I've been golfing a lot. Been learning how to cook. Full disclosure, never knew how to cook. Never bothered to do it. My dad's cooking was always way better, so I was like, I'll just let him do that. Well, since then, I have now bought an entire pots and pans set. I have been cooking, been trying to, get myself out there in different ways, do different things, and I think it speaks volumes. So, like, if anybody's out there, like, maybe you're in my position or we're in my position, and you're like, I don't know if I really need to move out. I can keep saving money. And that's true. You absolutely can. My parents were great. I'm only in this position because my parents let me, okay? Because keep this in mind. I gave up working a 9 to 5 to do this full time. And I've been doing this full time now for 2.5 to 3 years. So that took a lot out of not only me, but my parents. They had to really, they had to back me, and they did. So while I was literally, the meme in itself, a living, breathing meme, the dude that lives in his parents' basement, I was building something. And now here we are seeing the results of it, seeing almost 27,000 subscribers on the Rams channel, seeing almost 1,000 subscribers on the Yankees channel we just started. Hell, even over 1,000 subscribers on this Jake Ellenbogen Extra channel, which is a channel that will house this show, but will also have other content as well. And, you know, it's been really fun. It's been really cool because as soon as I moved out, I just immediately felt like, hey, I want to do this. I've never tried this before. I never tried this before. I'm trying friggin' speed dating soon. Never done that before in my life. I've never really been into photography. I'm now interested in that. Going for walks. I'm boxing now. Was never boxing. I've lost a decent amount of weight. I wasn't like super overweight or anything. I don't even think I would call myself overweight at one point, but I've definitely focused more on being fit, and focusing on fitness, I think, was a big thing for me. So, yeah, I just, right now, I like where I'm at mentally. I know we started off the show kind of negative, but I just, I want my rants to exist, and I know people like my rants. The reality of the situation is I could not feel better. I feel like I'm in a great spot. I feel like I made the right decision to move out when I did. There are always going to be times where you wonder, hey, should I have done this sooner? Should I have done this later? What I will say is this. Good example is the YouTube channel. I am now almost at 27,000 subscribers, as I said, on my Rams channel. But if I started that earlier, couldn't you argue maybe I'd be at 50,000? No. And here's why. Because I don't think my content would have been as good. I waited until I had the money to afford a decent enough camera where I can make a good first impression. You can scare people away when you start a channel and you don't have good equipment. Now, I'm not saying to not start a channel unless you have good equipment, but I'm saying good equipment helps you. It gives you a leg up because you only have one chance to make a first impression. And I felt like I did a good job of that in my first video. Had I started earlier, I might have been, I would have been more immature, might not have cared too much about the things I care about now, knew nothing about thumbnails, all of that. And so the way it went down is the way it was supposed to go down. I wasn't supposed to make a YouTube channel until November 16th of 2020, and now I'm glad I did. Okay, it's changed my life. It's become my career. Things are good because I did that. I'm happy that I just did that. And I'm not going to focus on the negative of, oh, well, if only no, there's no point. It's not going to help anything. So, yeah, that is episode 18. If you like this, be sure to like, subscribe, and be sure to comment. Also, be sure to follow me on all social media at JK Bogan. Follow me on Instagram at JK Bogan. You can check out my other content if you're into sports, whether it's the Yankees, the Rams, NFL. Those links are on the channel, also in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Is this going to be a daily thing? I don't think so. Weekly, probably. Daily is asking a little bit too much, but I'll try to do this weekly. And from here on out, consider this a new video show. We'll try to get the audio out on all platforms as well. But this is going to be primarily a YouTube video show. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next Jake Ellenbogen show. I almost said video. The next Jake Ellenbogen show, we'll do episode 19. So sorry it took so long. I know a lot of people are asking when the hell was this going to come back. Well, it's back. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys soon. Later, folks.